right around the room. Amy?
So after terrible sleep for a few nights, like the worst sleep score I've gotten since I got my Oura Ring a few weeks ago, because now I track it. I mean, I was getting the lowest scores ever. It was depressing. Last night, I tried to set myself up for success, went to bed early, shut down, did all the things. And I woke up this morning to my highest sleep score yet. And it has just made my day. Like, even if it's
because you're exhausted from iHeartCountry Festival? I mean, I'm exhausted.
Well, maybe. But either way, I was just glad to have that recovery. Like, now it says, my app says, I'm ready to go, ready to face the day. More ready than I've ever been.
No, face it up. Go get it. I know I slept hard last night, but I woke up today feeling like garbage just because travel. We didn't get in until 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, I guess, Saturday night, Sunday morning. But just anytime we're away for multiple days is a bad day.
I mean, that was the bad part. I had to be intentional with my evening last night of winding down. Like, I was in bed by 7:30. And then to wake up this morning with a 92.
I could have gone to bed at 3 p.m. yesterday, and I still feel like garbage today.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm trying to tell something good here.
Yeah, I'm countering you.
He's going to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah,
I can even bring it lower because we got in so late on Sunday morning or whatever, and then I had basketball games at 8 a.m. I was back up at 6:30 the next day. I got 3 hours of sleep.
I can raise you one. I had to get up at like 6 o'clock because there's a baby.
There we go. You beat me by 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so like I tried to like take a little couple, but
it was brutal, dude.
Yeah, today's a bad day. Yeah, tell me something good.
Cool. Hey, but Morgan's the one that taught me to look at the Triple Crown up top. I don't always get them. I've had them, but this morning I woke up, Triple Crown.
Eddie?
Yeah, so mine's kind of like good, bad news.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hold on. The bad news is that I've just had sensitive tooth back here. I've been putting it off, right? Like, I'll deal with it later.
How long have you been putting it off?
2 months. If I chew on the right side, it doesn't bother me, right? So I just have to chew on the right side. But sometimes I'll get like a cup of coffee and be like, ooh, that's kind of sensitive. Well, they finally squeezed me in. I go today to get it checked out. I think I'm going to have to get another root canal. But I'm just glad that I'm going to go to the dentist today and all that pain's going to just go away. Cannot wait.
Yeah, that sucks.
It sucks, but it's going to be good.
It's good you're doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
That sucks.
Okay.
We'll see what they say.
Lunchbox?
Oh, man, I got a lot. Let's see. The weekend was amazing. Going to Austin, I got to see my cousin. He had a baby about a month ago, so I got to meet the baby. Got to go to dinner with some of my boys. And then yesterday, I got to go to lunch with my whole family, my mom, dad, brother, sister, nieces, and nephews, and spend a couple hours just hanging out at a restaurant and a playground. And so, yeah, I mean, great weekend. So I got to see a lot of people in my life.
Our golf round ended up getting canceled because of the rain.
Yeah.
So we went in Thursday evening. We're supposed to play golf with like the CFO and some folks. And it was raining so hard in Austin. I wasn't that beat up about it, if I'm being honest.
Because you hadn't played in a while.
Yeah, it's a little... You don't want to go and be bad with a good group because it's just embarrassing. And then it holds everybody up. And they're like, no, you're probably the first time. I'm like, no, it's really not. So I wasn't too broken up about it. So I think that was net gain.
Yeah.
That didn't have to play. But I did nothing. So the whole day was free. And so that was Friday and was supposed to play golf all day. And Arkansas softball was going to play in the day, so I couldn't go. But because the golf got postponed, the softball game also got postponed to later that night. So did a client thing at 6 and went over to the Texas softball stadium to watch Texas and Arkansas play. It was so cold. And we didn't have to close for it. I was just like, we're going to go. So me, Eddie, Georgia Burge, Brandon Ray went over. It was freezing.
Yeah, it's May. We didn't think it'd be in the 50s.
Eddie got a foul ball.
Yeah, it was really weird.
We were standing out about to go in, and Eddie's like, I'd love to catch a foul ball. Freaking foul ball comes flying out of the stadium. I'm like, Eddie, go run and get it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And you can't keep them at those games, at softball games. And so Eddie runs and gets it, and the woman comes out, and she's like, let me have the ball. And she knows who we are, and she's going in, and she says, wow, this one's landed on the pavement, so they're not going to want it. Would he really want it, or was he kidding? I was like, no, he really wants it. And so
like a kid,
they went inspected it, and she brought it back to me and gave it to Eddie.
That's awesome.
So he got to keep the foul ball.
That's the good news.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy that you said that, and then
he said, and the ball comes flying over the top.
I was like, the only thing I want out of this game is to catch a foul ball.
The weird thing was, we're out, and DJ, who's the hitting coach and the head assistant at Arkansas, had sent us tickets to get in, and we had 5 of us, but only had 4 tickets. So I'm at the front trying to. We were supposed to be on the list, so 1 ticket didn't go through to my phone. And so we're there, and this woman in a Texas shirt goes, "Hey, do I know you?" And I'm thinking, we're in Austin, so we're having the festival there. It's somebody that knows us from the show, and I'm like, there's really no way to answer that because I feel like, yeah, you sure do. I'm famous on a lot of different. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, like what? She goes, did you like do some sports stuff for Arizona football? And in my head, I'm like, no, I didn't. And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, we did go to Arizona. We shot an episode of Too Much Access. But I was like, there's no way that's it. And she goes, I think I know you from that. You interviewed my son. And I'm like, so he won Rookie of the Year in the NFL this year. T-Mac.
He plays for the Panthers.
It's his mom.
Oh, wow.
It was his mom.
It was his mom.
And he was at the game. And she was like, yeah. And she got him on FaceTime. The cell was bad. So it was like awkward because they couldn't connect. But she was like, yeah. And so we talked to her for a little bit. Then we went, Arkansas won. They won the whole series versus Texas, which was great.
Awesome.
So I did get to go to a game. I didn't go to the Saturday game, which is the one that I was a little triggered about.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get to go to the Friday game. So it was good. And the festival was good. It went off without a hitch. There were no issues ever. And that's good. And we've done this a bunch of times. And sometimes there are hitches. So yeah, that was good. I didn't see a single performance. I didn't see a single song performed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good ones.
They're really good.
I heard Kane
Killed it.
was, everybody has a different opinion. I heard Kane was a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah.
Kane Brown was.
Dude, he was awesome. And then when Lauren Elena came out with him, because they were both playing, so I don't know how often they get to do that duet together. That What If. Dude, it was awesome. It like gave me chills to see them together playing that.
And then he had confetti fall, and it was just like this magical feeling.
What's wild about that is they went to high school together.
Oh, Kane and Lauren.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They were in the same like high school choir together. And so my dressing room was right by Kane's. So talked to him through the night because he was there. A lot of times the big artists, they don't come and watch the show. You know, they're doing their thing. They're on their bus. Sometimes they don't get there until 30 minutes before. They've been up sound checking. But Kane was back there a lot. And then he was also like watching the shows.
I would see him side stage just standing there by himself.
No, just
watching the show, enjoying it.
He was watching Luke Bryan. And I thought that was interesting.
I loved
that
it.
doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, especially the bigger artists that are well established.
Mhm.
Also, you've seen everybody a bunch of times because you live here and you know them. But they had come from Miami, and that F1. I don't know anything about F1. Like, you think I know a little about NASCAR? Wait till you question me on F1. Kim Kardashian's boyfriend races.
Oh, he does?
Lewis Hamilton. I think he's the most famous racer.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say.
He's the only one I know. So he was also in the Brad Pitt movie F1. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
I think he's probably the most famous crossover driver.
Crossover, what does that mean?
Like,
Like
it crosses over into people who don't know racing.
Got it.
I'm
Got
sure there are. I said this
Because he's dating Kim K? Or
shit. No, I already
before?
knew who he was. He wore
Oh.
Rolexes on both hands.
Oh, yes.
He's a
I know
baller.
this guy now.
Yeah. And the only people that I can literally think of are him and Schumacher.
That's another racer?
Oh, is he the one that's? And
What?
didn't he get in a wreck or a skiing accident? And he's on like.
I don't know. I just know the name.
Yeah.
Let's see. On December 29, 2013, Formula One legend Michael Schumacher. Oh, he's not even current.
No,
He's
old.
50.
Yeah, but he's like.
He suffered a severe brain
7.
injury after falling and hit his head on a rock while skiing.
Yeah.
Despite wearing a helmet that broke the impact, he suffered critical trauma, was placed in a medically induced coma for 6 months. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the only two that I know are Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher. So I think he's.
Oh,
the
maybe.
most
Are you talking
famous.
about Mick Schumacher?
I'm talking about Michael Schumacher.
I know, but there's
Who's
a Mick.
Mick?
With,
Do
I
they
don't know.
call
Just
him
Google.
Mick?
There's
You're thinking of Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
No, there's a Mick Schumacher, and he has 3.5 million followers. And on his page, there's little cars racing around. So, is this?
I'm not familiar with Mick Schumacher. Is it M-I-C or M-I-K? Or M-I-C-K?
He's Mick Schumacher.
I bet you it's probably a descendant, a kid. It is. I'm looking at him. Mick Jr. Schumacher.
Okay,
Is he the son?
I don't know.
Oh, he could be.
I was just googling.
Yeah, he's the son, right?
Oh, so he's IndyCar.
Dude, I don't know.
That's so weird because y'all know everything about every sport.
Yeah, car racing.
So this is
I
must
don't
be
know.
what,
I
like,
don't know NASCAR though at all.
I know. So I'm just comparison here for a second. Like me hearing y'all talk about F1 and where you're like, I don't know. That's how I feel when y'all are talking about anything basic like football.
No, you know a little more. I bet you know more about football than we know about F1.
I don't know.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Chiefs?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
See, there you go.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys?
Prescott.
Boom.
Correct. I named 2 drivers in the history of F1.
And I didn't
you
even know
named
those
2
two.
that are contemporary.
But there's more football than there is.
I don't think
there's
that's
a lot.
true.
There's a lot of racers.
Yeah, I watched like a bunch of them on ESPN walk down their version of the red carpet, and it was like this. They look 12, by the way.
The
And it
racers?
was like this dude with his girlfriend, and everybody's like freaking out. They're massive worldwide stars.
Yeah.
It's almost like soccer players to me.
Yeah.
Some of them cross over into the world that I know, like Pele.
Pele, that's who you go with.
Ronaldo.
Come on, Messi.
No, I know Messi, Ronaldo.
All right.
I know Mbappe. I know.
Neymar.
Yeah, I know Neymar for
Okay.
sure.
Uh,
But it's just few.
okay.
But Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg.
Those are all drivers?
Yeah,
Max Verstappen.
don't
Nailed it.
I know Lewis Hamilton.
But Max Verstappen is really like he's a star, one of the stars.
Yeah, I believe you. You could just make noises and go, "That's the star," and I'd be like, "I'm not gonna argue with you about that."
Yeah.
So, my point was, Kane had done multiple shows, flown to iHeart Festival, and then was flying back to Miami to do more shows. Dude, he must have been paid so much because F1 massive. It's hard to even get tickets to go. It's hard to be a celebrity because worldwide celebrities want to come, and they were just paying him to do show after show after show. I bet he crushed it.
Yeah. That must
Just
be
made
Man,
so
must be
much money.
nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
He'll
Not
be able
bad.
to retire.
And for
So
him to
nice.
be like, he's so nice and normal.
So the thing that I think about most with him, and I would say Kane and I are relatively, as far as friends in the industry go, we're closer than I am with like normal friendly acquaintance people because we will make a point to do something together occasionally. And we text a little bit. But the thing that I think about the most is before that, he brought your son a birthday gift way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Like you heard on the show that we were talking about Stevenson's birthday coming up, and I believe you said something like, "Oh, what does he want?" And I said, "Oh, he really wants a hoverboard." And then that was in the morning. Fast forward to the afternoon, Kane's assistant is dropping a hoverboard off at my house.
What?
Yeah,
You still have that?
And Kane went. Yeah, he still has it, and Stevenson still talks about it. Like he won't ever forget it. Like even Stevenson had a race this weekend, and he loves some jersey Kane Brown did once that it says like KB and it's black and white and it says Brown on the back, which
It's
our
for
last
Kane.
name is Brown too.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So
Holy crap.
Stevenson.
Didn't
I
realize.
didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that.
I thought he just wanted Kane Brown. Got it.
Right. So it's a Kane Brown jersey, but he takes it to his track races, and that's what he wears is like over his sleeveless thing because it's like this cool jersey that says Brown. But he's always like, I can't find my Kane Brown jersey, my Kane Brown jersey. And I didn't get to be at his race this last weekend because I was out of town. And his dad was out of town too. So our friend took him, and she sent the picture she sent me. He's wearing that Kane Brown jersey. And yeah, I feel like Kane Brown, that's who he now associates because that was such a special time. And he was way younger then. It's like, who's your favorite country singer? He'll probably forever say Kane Brown because that was such a nice thing that he did for him. And apparently Kane went to the Costco and bought it himself and then gave it to his assistant later in the day. It wasn't like he called his assistant and was like, hey, can you go pick up a hoverboard for...
Kane went to Costco?
But it doesn't. But also, like,
That's cool.
okay. I mean, just him thinking about it. and
Yes,
paying
like
for-
even
yeah.
if his assistant had done it, but it was like, I assumed his assistant did it. And she was like, hey, just so you know, like, yeah, he heard on the radio, he went to Costco, got it, and now I'm getting it to you. And I was like, okay, like, that's really, really sweet. But yeah, y'all have a relationship. I don't have one with him like that, obviously. I see him at work things or when he comes in here. But it's like when some artists, this doesn't mean they're nice or not nice at all. But someone like him who's blown up at the level that he is, like, when
Playing
he walks
F1.
into the interview, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, good to see you. And then after the interview, like we're done and we're talking to other people before he leaves the room, he makes sure to turn back and look at everybody working. And he's like, hey, thanks, guys. He's like, yeah, thanks, Amy. See you later. And it's just little things like that show you, you know, I mean, he had places to be, but he wanted to acknowledge everyone in the room and say thanks. I don't know.
Yeah. Good dude.
Yeah.
Anything else from the festival that was good? I had like a 45-minute break, and it's unisex bathrooms.
Oh, that's so awkward.
And it's a bit awkward, but you have to walk back there, and it's a huge bathroom. You don't really see anybody peeing or pooping,
But you hear
you
'em.
could if whatever. It's
And
one
there's
big bathroom,
showers.
and there are other bathrooms you can go to outside of our room, but it's the big, and it's also like the big holding area. So my dressing room, Kane's dressing room, and then a big holding area. And I heard somebody singing, and they were just like getting loose, and I was like, "Who is that?" I look in there, it's George Burge, who is a literal close friend of ours, and he was going to sing with Luke Bryan because Luke's on George's song "Ride, Ride, Ride," and I didn't know who it was. And I look in at George, and George's like, "I gotta go sing." I was like, "I'm gonna come watch you." But there's a family in there, and I started talking to the family. I didn't know who they were, and so I'm just hanging out for a few minutes before I go watch George Burge, and I was just talking about like normal life stuff, and someone goes, "Hey, you had a baby?" And I was like, "Yeah." We started talking about that, and the woman that I'm sitting next to was like, "You care if I pray for your wife and baby?" I'm like, "No." So she starts praying for all of us, and so we have a little moment there, and then I didn't know who she was, and then Raylan walks in, and I think it was either Raylan's mom or Raylan's grandma. If Raylan's mom is named Rachel, it's Raylan's grandma. If Raylan's real name is Rachel, it's Raylan's mom.
Yes, it was her mom because I talked to her too.
Okay,
and
I didn't
Raylan's
think
name is Rachel.
I didn't think it was her grandma. I literally thought it was her mom, but then someone was like, Rachel is not Raylan. So then I was like, well, if there's a name in the middle, my mom was a teen mom, so why could so it wasn't like she was old or anything, but so she was so nice. Then Raylan walks in, and so we're talking for a little bit, and I missed George's song because I was just talking with everybody. And this guy I was sitting across from, he was talking about how his kids were in a band, and he was dressed nice, and he was like, "Yeah, my son's in it." I was like, "Oh, your sons play?" I figured they were like, it's like Luke's bassist or something, Luke Bryan's bassist, or somebody in a band. And I was like, "What band are your kids playing?" And he said, "Jonas Brothers." And I was like, "Oh, they play?" And someone goes, "No, that's literally Kevin Jonas, their dad.
Like
That's
the
crazy.
That's the
Jonas
dad
Brothers.
of all the Jonas Brothers."
Dang.
And I was like, "Oh, I've heard of them."
we know who
I
they
know
are.
them. So apparently he's Raylan's manager.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a really good festival. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, my feet hurt. But
It's just a sleep thing more than anything else.
Mhm.
All right. Morgan, you ever tell me something good?
Yeah, so there was a moment at the festival when Lunchbox Eddie and I were on at the daytime village stage, and somebody had given us front row seats to the festival to give away. And it was really cool. There was this woman out in the crowd, and Eddie and Lunchbox chose who we gave the tickets to, and she's holding up this little stuffed animal, and Lunchbox was like, "Yeah, them. They have matching hats on. Choose them." And we give them the tickets, and they're bawling. They were so excited. Come to find out, Lunchbox had met them 6 years ago, and she had lost her son right before coming to the festival that year.
No.
Is that
I
the-
met them that day, and last time they had been to the festival 6 years ago was the last time she saw her son because he passed away a week after the festival.
oh
That's
wow.
what it was. Yeah.
And so,
So you didn't know that
No.
when you picked them?
right, I knew that.
Oh,
But
got it.
Morgan did not know that.
Got it.
Yeah, but it was a really cool moment because they were so excited to get to go. And then later in the night, I saw them during Luke Bryan, and they were just totally geeking out, having the best time in the front row. And it was cool to see somebody have that full experience.
I never went to the daytime stage. Not my fault. We tried. I had some stuff to do with the daytime stage. We had a car that was take us over with passes to get us back into that area. The car never showed up, so we're just waiting. So then by the time we order an Uber, they don't have the passes to get us to the right places. We missed all of it. People were like, "Why weren't you at the daytime stage?" We tried, buddy.
Yeah.
We tried to get back there.
We had trouble getting there too. I mean, we couldn't get a ride to save our life.
Uber kept canceling on us.
I got
So
in an
annoying.
argument with an Uber driver for 10 minutes on the phone. He kept telling me he was in the location. I was like, "I'm standing where you say you are, and you're not here." And he wouldn't cancel the ride. And finally, Lunchbox was about to take my phone, and I was like, he hung up on me. So I guess we're not going.
We
All
made
right.
it eventually.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I saw.
Anything else?
All right, there you go. That's what it's all about.
It's a Bobby Bones show.